I mean, you got a whole bunch of countries plotting on the U.S. trying to figure out how to use their currency less. And you live in the U.S. and you know what I'm saying? I think it's something you need to at least pay attention to, at least keep an open mind to it and know a little bit about it, as well as crypto, because I guarantee you it's not being talked about heavily now. Only the people in crypto know what's really happening, but it will get talked about a lot. And once it starts getting talked about a lot, then the market's going to start going up. Yo, what's goody, Latrell in a hoodie, and welcome to another episode of the Brother Next Door podcast, where I talk about finance, trust development, and skills to get you further in life to actual steps and my own personal experiences. In this episode, we're talking about the economy. We're talking about a couple of things, right? Just finished the election at the time of this recording. Just finished. A lot of things happening. People going crazy on social media. World leaders getting together, plotting. And it's a lot going on right now. And so I just want to talk a little bit more on the investing side of things, especially with the economies and hype, because I already know where it's going. And so I want to help my young folk out, help my young people out, help my peers out when it comes to this time, especially if you do have some extra funds to invest. Don't get so caught up in the hype. Do your research, right? I'm not saying hype is terrible, but do your research and know when to get in. And so understand there's a couple of things I do want to pinpoint. One is BRICS. If you don't know what BRICS is, it's a group of countries originally comprised of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Spells out BRICS. And they just added Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and the UAE. Their desire is for the dollar to become less dominant. But their issue is the crazy thing about this group is they can agree on the fact that they want the dollar to be less dominant. They can agree on what they dislike, but they can't agree on what they do like. They can't agree on the solution to making the dollar less dominant. And so that's the funny thing about it. That's the interesting thing about it is they're all together for one common reason, but they can't come together and figure out how to solve this thing. And so it is very interesting to watch and observe from the outside looking in. But the reason I'm bringing this up is understand they are trying to currently they're coming up with a payment system that doesn't involve the dollar. That way they could trade and, exchange their currencies without the need of the dollar. China's already doing that. They've already got that in full effect. But BRICS as a unit is trying to achieve this as best as they can. And so understand it's nothing to necessarily fear as of right now, but it's definitely something to pay attention to right now. So understand if the dollar starts to lose more and more of its value, which it already is, we're already doing that to ourselves with as much money as we're printing. But as the dollar starts to lose its value more and more, we have to start looking at assets, right? We have to start focusing on assets to invest in and not just hold on to our money and just throw it into a savings and forget about it. That's the last thing we want to do. Understand as economies come and go, different things happen. Assets will still appreciate. Assets will still go up, right? Gold, different things like that, silver. And so you have to figure out, okay, what assets are valuable to the world right now or have been valuable to the world right now, and how do I get into those assets? When is the right time to get into those assets, and where should I store said assets? And so that's one thing you want to take into consideration is what they have, what BRICS has going on right now, and then crypto. Lord Jesus. And then with crypto going on, you have all these coins spiking, right, and running. You got Bitcoin hit over 90K. You got, a bunch of different coins rallying right behind you. You got XRP hit like 75 cents. And so you understand all these coins are going crazy. which is great, right? Especially if you're investing. But for people who haven't done enough research, aren't into the markets enough, they are getting left behind. And so once they do finally get caught up and get in the know of what's going on, it's probably going to be too late, right? Because then the news is going to be talking about it. Everybody's going to be talking about it. Everybody is going to be talking about it, and then the rug's going to get pulled from under them, and then it's going to crash, and then they're not going to be able to handle it. They're going to take out what little money they have left. If you already lost 75%, you might as well leave it. There's no point. There's no point in leaving that little bit you got left. So you might as well just leave it in there. But what most people are going to do, every cycle it happens, people are going to take their money out, and then the market is going to shoot back up, right? And so that's what happened, a couple years back. That's what's going to happen now, and that's what's going to happen in the future. But understand, I feel like adoption is going to go even further this time around. And I think coins, the stronger coins, the more useful coins, right, with the best use cases will prevail and will actually, do good numbers these next couple of years. And so what I want you guys to realize is times are hard, and not everybody can invest. Not everybody has the extra funds to throw in $100,000 to crypto, or to even just the retirement account at that. But if you do your research. Don't just buy into the hype. Don't just buy into what a coworker says, or your best friend says, or your mom or your dad says, but do your own research. Figure out what works best for you and what works best for your future goals and where you want to be in the future. Understand, I invested in a retirement account. I got a separate investing account that's not tied to retirement for stocks, both for stocks. And then I got a bunch of crypto accounts. And so I'm very spread out when it comes to investing between crypto. Well, not very spread out, but between crypto and stocks. It's actually pretty balanced. It's almost 50-50 at this point. And so understand, that's just me. A lot of older generations are like, no, that should only be 2 to 3% of your portfolio is cryptocurrency, and that's completely fine. But understand, you don't have to understand, but I understand that me investing young and starting young in my 20s, I have time to my advantage. So even if crypto doesn't work out, I'm still investing in stocks in the long term, and so I still have all that time for my stocks to grow and, compound as time goes on. And so I'm willing to take that risk of, losing out on, some future gains if I were to put all that money into stocks compared to crypto. But I believe in crypto. I believe in crypto that has use cases and not just meme coins, Dogecoin, Pip. I don't know. I really don't know all the meme coins, but I don't truly entertain those. Those are cool. It's great to see, some friends make money off of them. It's cool. It's great. But me personally, I'm more, okay, what are the fundamentals? What's the use case? Is it actually going to be useful in the future on a big scale? If it is, great. I'll, throw a couple dollars in there. If not, cool, I'm gonna stay away from it. Whether somebody makes $1,000, $10,000 next to me, great, cool. I'm glad it worked for you, but that's not my strategy, and that's not how I am going to roll. So I just wanted to bring these two topics. I know it's not like a very specific episode idea or topic, but I wanted to bring these two ideas and these two conversations to you guys. That way you guys know what to look out for if you are interested in these two topics, right? Because I mean, you got a whole bunch of countries plotting on the U.S. trying to figure out how to use their currency less, and you live in the U.S. and you know what I'm saying? I think it's something you need to at least pay attention to, at least do a little bit of research. You don't gotta get a PhD in this, but at least keep an open mind to it and know a little bit about it, as well as crypto, because I guarantee you it's not being talked about heavily now. Only the people in crypto know what's really happening, but it will get talked about a lot. And once it starts getting talked about a lot, then the market's going to start going up. It starts with Bitcoin. I'm giving y'all game now. It's going to start with Bitcoin, right? And then it's going to be the altcoins, right? And then you're going to get Ethereum, and then it's going to be all the altcoins that are going to make their bull run. And so when that happens, don't buy when everybody's talking about it. Don't buy when the news is talking about it. Don't buy when all these different things are happening. Because if you can't handle if you can't handle that drop, if you can't handle your money going down 50, 75%, then you might as well stay out of it to begin with. Unless you're going to be in it for the long run, you're going to dollar cost average. Look up what that means. I've already talked about that in the previous episode. But if you're going to do that dollar cost average and, just ride the wave for the long run, and we'll go from there. But those are the two things I wanted to bring to your attention, is breaks as well as cryptocurrency markets and just the economy as a whole. People going crazy over this election, who won, who lost, how people feel, how people don't feel. And it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. It just seems like things are getting crazier and crazier with social media, and more people getting on social media and being bold on social media as far as them explaining and voicing their opinions, their strongly opinionated opinions. But that's all they are, opinions. I'm doing the same thing. I'm no different. I'm just giving my opinions. And so be careful out here. Get verifiable, reliable information when you do research, and always, always, always do what is best for you and your family. Take these nuggets, run with them. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're a repeat listener or watcher, then just go ahead and hit that subscribe for me. It's free for the free ski. Hit a like. Let me know what you like down in the comments, and let me know what you want me to talk about in the next episode, and I'll be sure to get on top of that. And I will see y'all in the next episode. Peace.